Alright, what is a rep, a set, and a round? So if you're just getting started with exercise, or maybe you've been exercising all your life but not really in a gym environment, or you haven't had a coach before, you might not know what these terms mean. There's a lot of jargon in the fitness industry and it's totally normal to have no idea what anything means. But the thing that I love about this jargon is that it's always quite self-explanatory. It's always what's on the can. There's not really any words that are going to try and trip you up. When we're talking about sets and reps, if you usually see something written down as 3 times 10 to 12, there might be a tempo written after that, and then it'll give you the rest period afterwards. So the 3 is the amount of sets, the 10 to 12 are the repetitions, and then you have your rest after that. So a repetition, say I'm doing a bicep curl, a repetition is up and down. That's one repetition of a bicep curl. Repetition of a shoulder press, up and down. That's one repetition of a shoulder press. So those are your repetitions, how many times you do that specific exercise movement. The set is how many times you do a set of the 10 to 12 repetitions. If you have a standalone exercise, you'll have 3 times 10 to 12, or at this tempo, this much rest of this one exercise, and then underneath that is a different section. That's just a standard set, a standalone set. You do that exercise 10 to 12 times, you rest for your 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever it is, then you do it again for a second set. You rest, you do it again for a third set, you rest, and you move on to the next exercises. Sets can be sort of set out in lots of different ways. You can have your standard sets, you can have supersets, trisets, giant sets. There's all sorts of different ways, and basically it's just sort of different training styles and ways of training for different outcomes, different scenarios. So those are sets and reps. And a round, some people use the word set and round interchangeably. It can mean the same thing. I usually use rounds when I'm talking about a circuit or a round of Tabata or something like that, HIIT training style. So if you're doing a circuit, say you're doing 4 exercises in a row, you do those 4 exercises in a row, that's one round, go back to the top of the list, bam, 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 that's another round, go back to the top of the list. So those are rounds of a circuit or something like that. So those are the 3 main words that most people ask questions about, and hopefully that helps you get started with your home training with ease.